No question in my mind whatsoever. If you're a short man, 5'1", 5'2", 5'3", 5'4", even, you're vertically challenged. You're really up against it. There's no question. You have to be on the money, in the pocket. It has to be a way of life predicated on a powerful philosophy that's street smart and practical, but fair. Your appearance has to be to win every moment. You can't afford to ignore that. Even at the cost of going hungry, my friend, you can't afford to ignore. You won't be taken seriously. You won't be noticed. You have to be and bring your A game every time. This is your life. This is serious stuff. We're not playing a game here. This is not Alice in Wonderland. It's all of our lives. I'm a short man. I'm a small man. And I've taken all the hell there is to take over that. I have no appearance. I have no personality. And I've been judged and rated accordingly. And I don't care what a Tony Robbins or other success, image, motivator, gurus want to tell you, want to say. I challenge all of that. The first prerequisite for anything, you have to be in the shape of your life. You have to be, I don't care, this has to be a way of life. It has to be a hard bone, inculcated, reinforced continuously philosophy that you get your body in super. There's no excuse. If you don't do it, you'll die. Period. You'll get no attention. You will not be taken seriously. You will not be given any credit. You'll be mocked, laughed at, ridiculed behind your back. Look at that diminutive little man. I'll step on him, says the big man. I'll step on him. I'll intimidate him just by my size. I'll stand in front of him and stick my chest. I'll rooster to that little man, and he'll back down without even a touch. How do I know this? Because I've been the victim of it. I've been a victim of it. Everything there is to take, I took. Every insult there is to face, I turned a cheek on it. And learned how to be a laughing absorber. Instead of fighting back, instead of asserting myself, instead of throwing the insult back to my aggressor 10 times as hard as he or she did to me, I turned a cheek. I want to be nice. What the hell? Let's be a laughing loser. I did it because I was out of shape. I did it because I was weak and puny like Elliot Rodgers. Boy, I can identify with that kid. He tried everything. He tried to get in with the cool guys so he could be taken seriously and given effective attention so he could impress and actualize hot genital strivings. Now, what do I mean by hot genital strivings? I use that term in the same sense Freud uses the id or libido. It's all encompassing. It's the primal drive. It's the primal energy. It's the primal enthusiasm. It's the primal force that dynamizes and magnetizes the social situation. It's as serious as all that. So it's all encompassing. How can a man 5 feet 3 inches, 5 feet 2, 5 feet 1, pull it off? If he's little, like Elliot, he couldn't be taken seriously. He couldn't make an impression. Man can't go on living that way. He's got to a man has to stand sometime. But when he stands, he's got to have something to back himself up. He's got to be in tremendous physical shape. I mean functional, hard, strong muscle that's effective. He's got to know how to box, mixed martial arts, street fighting that fits his phenotype, his frame, his biomechanics. The short man has to bring his A game. The short, small, diminutive man, as he's labeled, caricatured, stereotyped, and mocked out there. He has to bring his A game into it every time he goes out. He can't, it has to be a way of life. He has to look at it this way. This is the philosophical brace I'm talking about. Do it or die, my friend. Do it or die. Now, through the years I developed, because I didn't know the reality, the practical reality, because I lived myself in an ivory tower. So I learned how to be a better and better, more capable absorber. I became the big sponge that absorbed verbal abuse, that absorbed mockery and insult, and turned a cheek to it. So when you hear me talking, I've been there. I've been there. I know precisely what I'm talking about. I dare anybody to challenge what I'm saying. I dare them to. Unless you've been in the arena, unless you've taken it, you know what it is by your own experience. You better shut up. You better shut your mouth. You better be a little humble, my friend. Before you come in with your admonitions, with your pithy advice, with all your bullshit encouragements, before you Tony Robbins me, understand, I'm the real deal. I've been there. An admonishment is a pithy saying, warning, or reminder. It doesn't take into consideration whether you have the capacity to do it, but it makes the guru, the advice giver, and the guru, I'm using it in a large sense, stick his chest out and say, man, I helped that little man. I helped that little man. You know what you say to a guru like that? Bullshit guru. Bullshit guru. You take your pithy sayings and your fancy admonishment, your fancy bullshit advice, and stick it where the sun don't shine. You're full of shit. I'll call him right to his face. You're full of shit. It's easy to pontificate. It's easy to give a sermon. I do it all day long. But remember one thing. When you get out into that real world that doesn't give a damn about your pithy sayings, about your sermons, about doing it right or doing it wrong, you got to get results. That's why I like Mr. Trump. How are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? I'll do it. And somehow, some way, predicated on what he's done, just his image, I think he can. I think he can. And it's just that simple. How do I know this? Because I used to be the sermonizer. I could give you a good sermon. What's wrong, how to do it, how not to do it. But in the final analysis, when it gets to the point where put up or shut up, I was 100% wrong. All I was doing was spouting hot air crap from my ivory tower. And every time I spouted it, it was like having my home was an igloo that I carried on my back wherever I went. And hide in my igloo and give my sermon, my talk, my bullshit abstract philosophy, my artificialities to real world practical street smart solutions. And then run and hide in my igloo on a hot July day and hope that igloo will protect me and not melt, because all my adversary was right on the outside waiting to break through that igloo and get to me. And then when that igloo started to melt, I had to pick up my igloo and carry it on my back and run and hide in another location, jump in that igloo and start talking again. All bullshit, all crap. I blew smoke out of my ass. There was not one iota of street smart, practical reality about any of the things I said. It was all fancy, it was all illusion, it was all castles in the air, it was all wishful thinking. It was all hope. It was all Tony Bennett lament. When is it my chance? When is it my dance? When do the songs they sing out for me? When do the bells they ring for me? I've been a good person. I did the quote-unquote right thing. Why am I not being rewarded? And I cried out along with Elliot, Roger. How come the obnoxious brute jock is taking all the tall blondes? And it should be me. You see the insanity of all of that? The only reality, the only thing that matters, if you're a short, small man, and that's who I'm talking to, disenfranchised, called diminutive. How insulting can that be? Get yourself in the best shape. It's up to you to do it. You're going to carry your own cross. Each has their own, none has the time. Don't tell me about your problems, I got my own. I'll hold your hand if you'll hold mine. Pick up your cross and start marching again. And remember one thing, there was another man who picked up his cross. Jesus Christ. The 12 stations. That's why I like Jesus. The passion. Beaten up, mocked, humiliated with the whip lashing. So what I took is 1/1,000,000th of what Jesus Christ took on the way to Calvary. The 12 stations. The passion. Pick up your cross. Don't look for anybody. If you're broken and torn, pick up your cross and start marching. Get your body in top shape. I mean rock hard condition. Bodybuilding, weights, stretching, flexibility, street fighting, tough street fighting techniques. Build your mind up. Assertiveness training, verbal judo. That has to have a good strong cobra backing the chameleon. And I like what Dr. Thompson said, the author of Verbal Judo, which I admire. And he said, when you wake up in the morning, there should be a neon sign on your chest. And it says only one thing, and only one thing you have to be loyal to, and only one truth you have to know about, and everything works itself out from there. It's showtime. It's showtime. Let's get it on. What else can I say? Anything other than what I'm saying is bullshit. It's a lie. It's a fairy tale. A sucker never gets an even break. Trump got that right. everything. And I said everything I come to find out. And I'm familiar with my marks. I'm familiar with my lefty philosophy. That is humanitarian in theory. And it sounds good, but in practice it doesn't work out. I promise you that. Freud got it right when he said, I'm not an economist, but one thing I know, the psychological premises upon which socialism is predicated are completely untenable. And I like my Conrad Lorenz on aggression. Lupus hominis lupus, man the wolf to man. Man is nothing but a trousered ape in a jungle. And as if you are a short, small man, you don't have an appearance, you don't have a personality to slip by the rough edges. Nobody take you seriously on appearance. You got to learn to give to yourself what the world will not give you, will never give you. Judy Garland was 4 feet 11 inches. Can you imagine a man 4 feet 11 inches in show business accomplishing what she did? Joni Rivers, the Yenta, the horrible gossiper, which represents social. Everybody likes gossip. Can you imagine a man as diminutive and little as Joan Rivers, or Elizabeth Taylor, 5 feet 2 inches, or Debbie Reynolds, 5 feet 1 inch? There's no rabbits to pull out of the hat. This is my point. Short little man like me, there's no rabbits to pull out of the hat. You're not a woman. You can't pull right. You can't put makeup on your face. You can't put high heels. You can't put stiletto high heels with all of the crap. And pump up your hair to give the illusion of more verticality. You're out there on a wing and a prayer, buddy. You have to be the real deal or you're finished. You can't fake it. There's no rabbits to pull out. I never found any rabbits to pull out of the hat. If you're a good actor, you can only go so far because sooner or later you're going to be challenged. Put up or shut up, little man. Now you're doing a lot of talking, little man. Now you're going to have to back it up. Could you kick my ass, little man? Could you foul stomp on you, little man? You better shut up and run away before I hurt you real bad. And little man scampers away if he's out of shape. It's the right thing for him to do. He'll be killed. The big man will knock him for a loop. Now you have to ask yourself, do I want to live my life with that kind of reality? Riding in the corner of my mind like a monkey, hiding in the corner of the mind, always coming up, always provoking fear and intimidation, humility. Can't do anything that way, buddy. You can't magnetize, dynamize, attract any women to your side and get the hot genital strivings, which is the sexual urgencies and needs. And I'm talking about in the same sense Dr. Freud talked about, the instincts. I'm talking about a wide scope. Unless you can back it up. And back it up with your fists, figuratively and literally. It's that rough. And I mince no words. And I shoot straight. Do it or die. That's all.